some of the work we've been doing recently in Arizona and Mexico. And I thought this was a good opportunity to talk to our staff and our team about a lot of the different activity we're doing. This is primarily important for our member businesses so that they know about the resources and the events and things we're going to. So I've prepared some notes here. I wanted you to be aware that we are visible and we're very active not only here in Arizona and in Sonora and Baja California, but there's been interest even from the BBC, worldwide radio program. I recently participated in one of their sessions called The World, where they wanted to talk about relations between Arizona and Mexico in light of a lot of the NAFTA 2.0 conversation coming on. So as soon as I have that link, I'll be sure to share it. But there's a lot of interest not only in the U.S. and Mexico, but beyond in this effort. I returned last week from El Paso, where I was invited by the Borderplex Alliance to speak at the U.S.-Mexico Border Summit. It was very interesting. On the panel with me was Texas business leadership, the Texas Chamber of Commerce, a steel manufacturer from New Mexico, and then I was there representing Arizona. And it was a moderated discussion, but there was a lot of conversation around what does a negotiation in NAFTA 2.0 look like for us? What does Arizona want to see? How important is the conversation? And I reminded them that Mexico is Arizona's #1 trading partner, that we do close to $17 billion a year in cross-border trade in each direction. So this is vitally important to us. It impacts not just tourism, but all different types of industries. So we talked about each of those industries. Texas is obviously dominant in this area, but I think there's a lot of opportunity in Arizona to grow and expand our relations. I also spoke quite a bit about Governor Ducey's role with Governor Pavlovich in Sonora and other leaders in Mexico. We're very blessed to have Governor Ducey's focus on trade with Mexico. In fact, tomorrow I leave for Mexico City, where I'm going with a group of state legislators. Oh, thank you, Francisco. A group of state legislators to Mexico City and Guanajuato. And the point I wanted the staff to be aware of and our membership is that just 6 years ago, we were faced with SB 1070. And whether someone supported or didn't, I think everybody agrees the negative public relations that impacted our state. And Arizona's taken a while to recover from that. Well, here we are 6 years later, and we have 70 of us going to Mexico City and Guanajuato tomorrow. And about 40 of those are state legislators. So that just means a lot. You've got Republican, Democrat, business leaders, education leaders, and all different folks heading to Mexico City to talk right now during this very important time about NAFTA renegotiation. So that's pretty key. I think back to kind of the U.S.-Mexico Border Summit, the relationships that we can build there from an Arizona perspective, with El Paso and San Antonio and a lot of the different key cities in Texas is important. El Paso and Juarez share very deep relations, a lot of cross-border, obviously, family relationships, and we can certainly appreciate that from a Douglas Agua Prieta or Ambos Nogales perspective. But I think there's even more that we can learn from their Borderplex Alliance. I was impressed with the structure of the organization. It's an economic development institution that's privately funded that includes El Paso, Juarez, and Las Cruces. Interesting. I think it is something from an Arizona perspective that we should study. Also wanted to mention, as I head into this next week in Guanajuato, I've been asked by Representative Tony Rivero to do a presentation on Arizona-Mexico trade. And so that PowerPoint I've put together already, and I'll be presenting that to a joint state legislative meeting between Arizona legislators and Guanajuato legislators. So I'll be sure to share that with our membership and our staff so you can see that presentation. We also, over the last month, have been busy educating our members. We just hosted visa workshops for Arizona businesses interested in taking advantage and using some of the different visas to fill job positions they have. I know that was done with the U.S. Consulate of Nogales, Arizona. In Tucson and Nogales, we trained probably close to 15 different businesses in that regard. I drove to Nogales, Sonora this past week to meet with U.S. Consulate Virginia Staub. She's brand new in Nogales. Very interesting and continue to grow the relationship. So the U.S. consuls, as we know, play a very important role with our chamber. Today, just at our staff meeting and at Cafe, we announced the addition of 2 ambassadors to our team. One, Vladimir Calderon, who's here, and he is going to be representing us in Baja California, which is really exciting. We have plans to travel to Mexicali September 5th to sign an MOU, an agreement with Coparmex, Canaco, and Canacintra, the three big chambers in Mexicali, and then to continue relationships that we'd already built in the tourism area and the economic development kind of industrial commission that's there. So I'll be traveling to Mexicali with Vladimir as well as with Glenn Hammer, the president of the Arizona Chamber, which will be a great partnership to have. We also have added an ambassador in Cananea, Oscar Damian Hernandez, and he just participated with us in an expo that we co-hosted with the Sierra Vista, City of Sierra Vista, and our Sierra Vista Hispanic Chamber. So we were there, and there was a lot of interest and a lot of very positive energy about joining our chamber and getting involved and continuing to build relationships between Cananea and Sierra Vista, who are sister cities.
Hi, my name is Vladimir Calderon. I'm a director of Group McLiberty. I'm from in the area of Phoenix. I'm so excited to enjoy and be part of the Tucson Hispanic Chamber like an ambassador. Right here, the goal is try to make a stronger relationship between Baja California and Arizona. The point right here is a show for the person who try to invest in Arizona or in Baja California, like legal advisor, what they have to do to make the business in Arizona or in Baja California. So I'm so excited. I'm for you right here in Hispanic Tucson. If you wanna consult or something like that, just contact me by the Tucson Hispanic Chamber.